So let's take a look at these Camtrip cages. They are a frameless guillotine or drop-down style cage, pioneered, of course, in the early 2000s. California Cage Trap Company, Stacy Yancey, and my good friend Reed Ayton. These cages here are a result the last several years of me working with trail cameras, trying to build a cage that was strong, lightweight, durable, and could efficiently and effectively replace my leg hold traps. I never really intended to sell cages to the market, to the public. I was just simply trying to build the best cage I could possibly build. So, you know, countless hours of trail camera footage, observing these cats, entering the cage, getting caught, sometimes not getting caught. It's surprising until you work with trail cameras how many cats can get in and get out of that cage without getting caught, and some of the things that can be changed and improved on the designs that are out there now to make them a more efficient tool. So many hours of trail camera footage went into the design, every aspect of these cages. It is a common misconception that a frameless cage is not a tough cage or a durable cage. Actually, what happens with a frameless cage is that the body of the cage is allowed to flex with the animal inside. When you have a frame in the cage, those structural components of that frame, those rigid components, cause the cage to flex in between those points, bulging the cage, wearing the fasteners, loosening them. So the fact that it's a frameless cage doesn't mean that it's not a strong, tough cage. Some of the features of this cage that I feel make it a great cage, the compactness. You know, this is a set of 3 cages here. Measures about 37 inches end to end. They're 36-inch cages, and a set of 3 is only about 37.5, 38 inches. They of course have the nestling capability, so you can get a bunch of cages in the field. They're lightweight. This set of 3 only weighs somewhere around 39 pounds. Set of 4 up here weighs 51 pounds or so. The sizes, this cage here is an 11 by 20. The middle cage is a 10 by 19, and the small cage is a 9 by 18. And what you get with that is a full port net opening. When it's a 9 by 18 cage, you get a full 9 by 18 entry there. If you get a set of 4 cages, it comes with the 11, the 10, the 9, and then this small cage is an 8 by 17. But this is my standard set that I sell, 11, 10, and a 9. I think the height of the cage is probably the most critical. The narrowness we can talk about at some other time, but I for one have absolutely no reservations about using narrower cages to catch the bobcats and the fox. To this point, the last several years, they've caught so many cats and fox that that thought is just long gone. The cages slide in and out real easy, smoothly. We'll just go ahead and get one of these cages out here. The name Camtrip comes from the device, the cam, that actually trips the door. It's the link between the pan and the trigger pin. And I'd really rather not show that all over the internet. It's being copied enough as it is. But as you can see, it's a very simple process to set that cage. That cage is ready for business right there. The pan, you see here the pan rides fairly low to the bottom of the cage. So when you cover this all with dirt here, you can see where you'd get a very receptive, inviting path for that critter to come right in your cage. You don't have a little short pan sticking straight up that actually acts as a stepping guide in many cases. The only mechanical fasteners on this cage, everything's fully welded up here in front. The only mechanical fasteners are the pneumatic J-clips. We have this one longitudinal seam on the cage here, and then of course the back is J-clipped in. The door, everything on the cage is all cold rolled steel. So it's, you know, as tough as we can economically make it. The spacing on the bars is tight enough to hold the ringtails and the possums and what have you. The door itself is very low center of gravity. Most of the weight's down here in the bottom third, so that keeps the door from tripping accidentally. You know, this can get bumped by cattle, elk, deer, what have you, and it's not going to trip. It can take a lot of wind, so very few misfires. That cage is always going to be in business, ready for action. And of course, the pan tension is completely adjustable, anywhere from 2 or 3 pounds to as heavy as you want to make it. So that's the Camtrip cage. You can go check them out at cagingbobcats.com or shoot me an email at cagingbobcats@gmail.com.